Be careful in here. I don't relish the idea of fighting my way out of this place.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you? You'd think after all the beatings I gave them over the years they'd be used to losing. But they're still taking it pretty hard. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them. Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me. No, I bet he didn't. Wouldn't want to go around telling people how he left me high and dry, would he? But the fact is, Bay promised to marry me long before that seamstress batted her brazen little eyes at him. He didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. Even now, he'd rather get beaten up every day than face me, or he sends someone in his place, like you. I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to. Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll talk to him. But I'm not going to let him weasel out of his promise.
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bay. If Lon's going to marry you, she should know what kind of man you really are.
She said there was something I need to know, Bay. What's going on? What is she talking about? What? Bay, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bay. It was summer, and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was upset because Li Shan had called me ugly. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, "I think you're pretty, Eiling. And someday when we're grown up, I'll marry you."
What? But that was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that. Kids say all kinds of things, Eileen. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. But that same day you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy. Kids always say things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me, Bay. You were the only boy who didn't tease me, the only one I liked. You promised to marry me, and you're going to keep that promise. Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Now he pretends like he doesn't even know me. He's changed. Yes, but... well... you're right. I know you're right. Bay's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise. You win, Lon. Bay is yours.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have. Please, take it with my thanks.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well? Your generosity knows no bounds. I'm overwhelmed.
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so little. Wait, I know. We will name our first child after you to honor your memory.
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bay. I don't know what came over me. When I heard you and Lon were getting married, I just snapped.
It's okay, Eileen. I hope things work out for you.
Come on, Bay. Let's go.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming. Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely out. Chuman the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check him out. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind, although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li. Be well, my friend.
Hello again! I ain't had much luck finding myself a wife yet, but I'll keep trying. Big Tian's old father didn't raise himself no quitter. You do? That's great! Is she pretty? Is she a nice, simple gal who'll help me out on the farm and keep me warm at night? Okay, well, goodbye then. Have a nice day and all.
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
Konio nuyu, kokeir tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusir taikunpa ibnano pir ni wonun. Wo yakuptir, ni shin warawair, wo suir kak. Ak we wo ofir, san kasoir wo siyutana. Onuyuir napair, wo kwair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.
I must remain vigilant for skilled warriors. Sadly, resolve and spirit seem precious commodities in this isolated spit of a town. The blighted forest cuts these peasants off from the heart of our empire, but still they do nothing. Fools. As I said, the trees in the great southern forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the empire's heart. And Lord Young collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own. The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. I have nary a clue. Unless... very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man. It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. What are you talking about? I haven't given you anything. Although I will need that back when you're done. Oh, and I am certainly not going to tell you that the ruins can be reached by heading across the footbridge and out the west gate of town. It wouldn't be proper. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there. Minister Sheng has been reduced to a tour guide. The tea house is the large building just down the hill from here, near the entrance to the town. I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. The Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this demeaning post and back to the Imperial City. But the flyers never stopped in Tien's Landing. They headed upriver towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now I could not say. The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this troubled town, and yet another headache for poor Minister Sheng. They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers to capture slaves. Do you know how bad it looks when someone under my jurisdiction is captured by slavers? Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Gao, the man I hear is running them, knows that would draw too much attention. Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character by all accounts. There are even rumors he is connected to that infamous crime syndicate known as the Guild. The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became much more serious when Gao took over. The pirates started using flyers and gathering slaves at an enormous rate. I imagine things are very unpleasant over at their camp. Not that I'm willing to go take a look. Are you accusing Minister Sheng of neglecting this problem? It's not that easy. One can't simply point and say, the pirates are over there. Well, actually, one can. But the only approach is by river, and no sane bargeman would be willing to risk such a journey. Sane people don't go looking for the pirates. They avoid them. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the Great Dam, and I never said that.
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nu pakpoporo. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Niwupa ia kupu sa ia elwath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shathia uko. Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yota napia ifa ia ok. Niwupa ia kupu sa ia elwath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shathia uko. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. O ifo ia uksonko noko isansia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Kutkosi wiwa ia wonoa ia ifo wia okta wikino. Woso awi ani tuwo uksumpuno. Utatsa ia okayowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafawe ia touia. Awath utkua wo kokopia kawa ia elwo.
Kutni kunk uno sa son kutnoka ukyorir. Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk son puno.
You taught me much, Jian, but the most valuable lessons were learning where you were wrong. 17th square of the Lion, if you please.
Wotowir uk kawana ir usoana da hoki. Niato wo nanapadi irovir.
You are being rude, Jian. We have a guest. Let us place the game on hold a moment.
Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Wonakapir sari awaf, van sier surufus isinosaurus usuno.
Surely you know of Yi, the capturing game? Played on a board of 19 rows and columns, the black and white pieces capture territory for their player.
Ikirnik tine piru wo iferek uk son puno.
Jian the Iron Fist isn't honestly going to let this one walk away, is he? If you don't say anything, then I will, you old goat.
Sisair pawaro, tikotro tuaso.
I too see strength, but also the capacity for understanding the world and your place in it. You could prove an interesting pupil.
Ipaner nuko iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruru ninua sa ir kana.
He would like nothing more than to have you as a student. But show me that you walk the way of the open palm, and I will teach you the mysteries of Stone Immortal.
Usair kokonato, tanatia, katanano, shafatoyo, kokonato siir ipanoneniko.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Staff! Legendary strike! Dire This is your death! Legendary strike!
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prize pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the spirit monk temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold. I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the spirit monk amulet too. The Emperor is privy to much. I don't know his motives, but any aid to you is likely a threat to him. You must go to the ruins and find the amulet piece meant for you. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. It is coming on 15 years now. As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old Tien's. It has been difficult serving and waiting in silence. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. I will gladly answer whatever questions I can. I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to help your master. You are wise to ask. It is a difficult but essential skill to master. Spirit Thief is always useful. It is common to get run down or injured during battle, and you can tire yourself even further concentrating your chi to aid yourself. When you are feeling such a drain on your resources, switch to Spirit Thief, and each successful blow will restore you slightly. The drain will not hamper your opponent, however. If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. During this, you can concentrate and increase the restoration. If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem, and one must never be overconfident of victory. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Master Dutong isn't as generous as old Mother Quan used to be. You can't stay here anymore.
No, I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink. 2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time.
Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave now.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
You will? Thank the Emperor. I've lots of other work to do.
And who are you? More importantly, do you have any wine handy? Or, can you get some? My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my barge. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show them. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. You just need a drink or 2 to get my courage up first. You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead. Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now. Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk. But when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before I go. You mean that, don't you? Well, I may have a bit too much fondness for the wine, but I won't turn my back on someone who needs me. Let's do it! To the pirate lair! I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go. Good. I got lots to do before we go. Check the barge, check our supplies, sample the wine. You never want to travel with bad wine.
He seems sincere. It might be foolish to place our trust in someone so fond of wine, but I believe he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Those sailors are the worst. They're rude and crude, and they don't keep their hands to themselves.
Do you mind? I'm in no mood for company given my present state of despondency. I confess that I am eager to find a woman of genuine intellect and class. However, I have long given up hope of finding such a bride in this all-too-provincial town. Eiling? Surely you jest. The infamy of that woman's gang leads me to believe she is barely above a beast, though I hear she is fair to gaze upon. I admit I am quite capable of bringing culture even to one such as her, and she is a stunning physical specimen. Perhaps you are right. It could be a worthy challenge to try and effect the grand metamorphosis on this ugly caterpillar. My reward may well be a gorgeous butterfly. Very well. I consent to a meeting with Eiling herself. Take me to her, that we may move events to their ultimate conclusion. Greetings, fair maiden. I see accounts of your physical beauty are quite accurate. I only hope the less flattering traits attributed to you are less so.
You sure like to use big words, don't you? You trying to make me feel stupid or something?
Precisely. My copious vocabulary and cunning linguistics are ample evidence of my superior intellect.
Or maybe you use big words to compensate for a little something lacking below the belt.
Are you under the erroneous belief that impugning my manhood will somehow entice me into a proposal? Yes, she has a lot to learn, but culture, class, and training will bring even this ornery dog to the heel.
Bring me to a heel? How about I bury the heel of my boot into that soft skull of your swollen head, you arrogant pig?
You wouldn't. I mean...
Huh. That didn't go well, did it? Look, if you want to collect that silver I promised you, you're going to have to come up with someone better than that.
Hello again! I ain't had much luck finding myself a wife yet, but I'll keep trying. Big Tian's old father didn't raise himself no quitter. You do? That's great! Is she pretty? Is she a nice, simple gal who'll help me out on the farm and keep me warm at night? Well, let's go meet her. You better lead the way, 'cause I don't know where we're going. Wow, you sure are pretty. And you got a real nice club here for you and your friends. My name's Tian, but everyone calls me Big Tian because I'm so big.
Big! Yes, I can see that. Well, Big Tian, my name's Eiling. I haven't seen you around town before. I'd remember someone like you.
Yeah, I ain't never been to the big city before. Usually I stay out on my farm, but my old father told me it's time to get me a wife, so... You want to get married now?
You aren't really the sharpest knife in the rack, are you, Tian?
Hey, that's what my old father always says about me. He also says the key to farming is hard work and happy thoughts.
A farm, eh? I've spent my whole life living in the town. I'm not sure I want to leave Tien's Landing.
Gang? What are you... Hey, this ain't no club. You guys are thugs. I ain't looking for a wife who's a thug. This marriage is off.
Huh. That didn't go well, did it? Look, if you want to collect that silver I promised you, you're going to have to come up with someone better than that.
This place feels all wrong. Can't you feel it? It's like the very air is unclean. If you can't feel it, then this feeling is as magical as it is foul. We should be on our guard.
Legendary strike.
We hurried down as quickly as we could, but I see you had the situation well in hand. I'm impressed. Not many people can disperse the spirits of the dead with any ease. They grow worse by the day, and I've almost given up hope of finding a solution. My manners desert me. I am Lord Yun, owner of this land, and charged by the Emperor himself to keep it safe. You should turn back south to Tien's Landing. This is the safest part of the Great Southern Forest, and even it is polluted with these strange ghosts. I suppose no one knows this land better than I. Very well. What did you need to know? This region is known as the Great Southern Forest. As I said, the forest stretches for miles to the north, east, and west of here. This specific area is known as the Pilgrim's Path. These hills house several small shrines, and a large temple lies at the top of the path that begins with these stairs. As it stands, this is the only part of the forest that's even vaguely passable. Coming from the Imperial City, I had no choice but to take a flyer to Tien's Landing. Things have worsened in the past few months, which is roughly the time since the trees of the forest started to look sickly. Before I flew here from the Imperial City, I heard rumors of more and more ghosts in the outer provinces, but I foolishly thought them exaggeration. The forest is polluted with ghosts of all types, and they are only growing in number. As you must know, ghosts can only be dispersed, never destroyed completely. Of the vast expanse of this forest, this area, the Pilgrim's Path as it is called, is the safest. I hoped that coming here might help me learn why this forest is as it is, but that seems a lost cause. If things don't improve soon, I shall have to abandon this camp and fly back to the Imperial City of Failure. That would be unfortunate. I am tasked with safeguarding any lands that I own, and this land is far from safe. To admit failure would be unfortunate for my house. If I'm lucky, I would lose my lands. If not, my life could very well be forfeit. Help me. That's certainly a kind offer, but I'm not sure that anyone... Wait a moment. You don't look like a pilgrim or one of the poor folk trying to escape Tien's Landing. Would it be out of line to inquire as to what brought you here? Even caravans employing skilled warriors have been forced to turn back under these ghosts' assaults. I could only reach Tien's Landing by using my flyer. It depends on how long you have to spend waiting. My flyer will not return for at least a month, as I knew it would take some time to set matters straight. Unless we can find a way to remove these ghosts, though, I'll be stuck here warning people away from this place until I'm driven out by the dead. Indeed, though you would also need a flyer with enough fuel to manage the trip. Those are in precious short supply in this area of the Empire. Then again, you seem resourceful, and I believe resourceful people find ways to get things done. Perhaps you could get something done for me. If so, I might be persuaded to foolishly risk the Lotus Assassin's wrath by making a copy of one of their precious maps. The deal is simple. Find out why my land sickens, why it is home to so many ghosts, and you will have your map. Two things threaten the entire length and breadth of this forest. The trees blackened with disease, and ghosts flock to this place like no other in the Empire. I suspect that these things are related, and, more importantly, that they're related to a fox called the Forest Shadow. She is a powerful spirit that has long been an ally of my family. Personally, I've had little to do with her. My father and his father before him, however, felt strongly that she should be revered. They considered her the true guardian of this forest. She is a powerful being, one my father considered the guardian of this forest. If this place is filled with ghosts, then I suspect that it is either because of or in spite of her. I think something is wrong with the Forest Shadow, and I want you to find her and figure out what is happening. Once we know that, we'll have a clear idea of what we face. A noble sentiment, but when I look upon these trees, I'm afraid that you may have to destroy her. See what you can learn first, then we will act if it is necessary. Make your way up this ancient trail, and when you come to a fork, take the left path. That will lead you to a temple built long ago in the Forest Shadow's honor. Once there, find my hunter, Spearcatch's Leaf, if he still lives. He claimed to remember some sort of ritual that my forebears used to contact the Forest Shadow. You might also want to keep an eye out for some small shrines that are scattered about the forest. Some of them are said to react to magic or charges of chi. I was beginning to think there may be no cure for this place. Your arrival has given me some small measure of hope. Find Spearcatch's Leaf at the temple above and see what he has learned. Your wind map will be waiting when you find a cure.
This forest is so troubled. We were well sheltered in Two Rivers to not see any of this.
strike. Dire flame. Legendary strike. Legendary strike. Dire flame. This is legendary strike.
The ghosts attack everyone. They are mad with madness. Thank you for keeping me safe.
Oh, this poor soul has been in the forest too long. He feels wrong, just like the air here. It's disturbing. He seems simple as well. I wonder if the horrors of this place have touched his mind.
You have come from Tien's Landing? You were? This is good. I was going there, but you're coming here instead. I come from the inn, the Pilgrim's Rest. You must take a message to the town for us. Things are very bad. We starve. The ghosts cut us off from everything. But we are still up there. Tien's Landing must send people to help. Many people should come to the inn to help us. They can't let us starve. You would be welcome there. They would have you for a most fun stay. The inn lies above, on the path to the right. The temple? No, the temple is where the ghosts are worst. It is a bad place. You should not go there. You should go to the inn. No, I should return to the inn. They will want to know you are coming. You should come with me. I can take the message down later, and you will be safe from the forest shadow and her ghosts. She is a wicked fox spirit. They are tricksters, all of them. The tricks she plays kill now. You should stay away from her. She hurts us when we leave the inn. Oh, yes, they must be. She hunts us, and these ghosts hunt you, right? Isn't that the same? She's dangerous like these ghosts. We're all afraid of her. That can't be right. She is dangerous. You should go to the inn to be kept safe. That's the only way. I will go back the way I came. Knowing that there are others here, I will be all right. I must go back to the inn to tell them. You should follow the path to the right, not the left. Left goes to the temple, and the forest shadow will kill you. Come, the inn is this way.
Noku.
Legendary strike.
I need him.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. Be well.
How can you fight so well when all you do is drink?
It's harder to drink your watered-down swill than face those ghosts. Is everything in this damn forest missing the good parts? No, hey, that one's got all his parts, and they're even attached. Finally, a challenge.
Wait, no, that's not a... Damn him.
Legendary strike.
You're no ghost. Hell, you're barely human. No one has ever withstood the axes of the Black Whirlwind before. I'm pretty sure I thought you were a ghost. That, and you looked like you might be able to hold your own for a few moments. Turns out I sold you short. Easy to do when you're as tall as I am. Anyway, I'm guessing you must be here on Lord Yun's business. Can't imagine why anyone would come here otherwise. You'll want to talk to Spearcatcher's Leaf. He's Lord Yun's man. I'm just the hired mercenary.
I am so very sorry. You must accept my apologies. He is uncontrollable sometimes.
Keep your apologies. That was amazing. Spearcatcher's Leaf is no warrior. He doesn't understand the thrill of victory.
You've just had the unexpected honor of defeating the Black Whirlwind, the self-styled deadliest mercenary in the Jade Empire. The tales say this man once stormed an entire fortress alone, naked and screaming his defiance into the night.
Ha! Scared the tar out of those border guards. But they botched the story. I was naked screaming and I was dead drunk. Pretty much the part you'd expect. Makes them curl up in shame if you take my meaning.
Yes, I'm Spearcatcher's Leaf, Lord Yun's lead hunter. I learned a ritual from Lord Yun's father, and I had hoped to use it to ask the aid of the Forest Shadow. I've set the fires and the furnaces are ready, but one of the key crystals is missing. Without it, we can't even see what these furnaces are supposed to do. I examined the area when I realized that the crystal was gone, and I stumbled across some strange tracks that lead in the direction of the inn. I don't know. They look like bare human feet, but the tracks were closely spaced and bore a strange gait, as if a child made them. A deformed child. If there are still people there, then whoever took the crystal might be there as well. But just be careful. You were there to witness it and yet survived. This is very strange indeed. If we can reach her, we can find some answers, though we will have to be careful. I don't think so. You'd have to be quite strong to pull the crystal loose. It doesn't make any sense to me. But then, what in this place does? Make your way there. I will stay behind to tend the furnaces. If you need more information, supplies, or even training, you know where to find me. I have a small stock of supplies, and I can also train you to be more precise and focused in battle. My name is well earned, some tell me. Have a look and tell me what you need. I'm collecting the silver to honor the men we lost to these accursed ghosts.
There's something not right. This place feels all wrong. The forest is the same, but it's stronger here.
Legendary strike! Legendary strike!
I watched in awe as you dispatched those things. Not many of your kind can deal with ghosts as easily as you did. Yes, the ghosts are most dangerous. We are fortunate that they have not yet ventured inside the inn. It offers us some refuge. But I'd forgotten myself. Welcome to the Pilgrim's Rest, traveler. I am the Keeper, as they call me. Tell me, did you happen to come across one of us on your way up here? We sent him not long ago to search for help. It was the Forest Shadow. She's taken another from us. We hoped we had found a way to deal with the fox, but we were wrong. She does not attack us here at the inn. Those few we have dared send out to the forest do not return. We have tried so hard to find a way to end the fox's attacks. She must be stopped. We thought we were close, but no. Well, that is quite a thing to ask, isn't it? Quite a thing indeed. How are we to know we could trust you? We do not trust the hunter at the temple, for instance. That is why we will not give him what he seeks. Yes, we have the missing crystal from the temple. We have kept it here safe and away from the hunter. Because we could not trust anyone else to have it. One of us here in the inn overheard the hunter and the big man, who are now at the Forest Shadow's temple. The hunter spoke of a ritual that would let him reach the Forest Shadow. But he's a fool. He thinks to find the fox and seek out her help. Her help! She will not help anyone, least of all us at the inn. To save the hunter from his own folly, we took the crystal before he could reach the temple. That is it exactly. Whatever the ritual does, if it reaches the Forest Shadow, then we must take the opportunity to destroy her once and for all. He would not have taken that chance. I must know that you will use it for the right reasons. You must kill the Forest Shadow. Do so, and I will give you a half-year's worth of taxes in silver. We are a long way from the Imperial City here. The tax collector's arms are only so long, you know. I have been carefully collecting this silver for years. But the death of the murderous fox is more important to me. I have silver, but money does not grant skill. Not skills like yours. We need your help. Look around even this hill. Surely you can see the corruption. What creature would be powerful enough to cause such a thing? This so-called guardian of the forest must be behind what's happening here. She sickens the trees and summons the ghosts. There can be no other way. The forest shadow must die to save us and cure this forest. You will aid us. You must. You are so very, very foolish. You do not know who you dare to threaten. But you will. Yes, you will. Look upon us as we really are. Gaze upon our forms and bask in our glory. You should be honored to see the true strength of the cannibals.
It's them! Their corruption is what I've been feeling in this forest. They are vile.
This is what you threaten, human? You think to take the crystal from us, but we are too strong. Too strong for you. We are perfection. Servants of the Mother, an ancient demon of great strength. She has taught us to eat the flesh of humans, and our bodies have grown strong as a result. We are cannibals, and you will be our next meal. You would have made a valuable ally, but you must not be allowed to aid the forest shadow or the hunter at the temple. Tear him to pieces. We will feast tonight on those succulent flanks.
Legendary strike. My style is mad. Stab. Legendary strike. Heavenly rain. Legendary strike. Legendary strike. Legendary strike. This is your
That was astonishing. I haven't seen such martial skills in an eatery since the last time I added ginger to my wife's hot and sour soup. Thank you for your great kindness in rescuing me. Now that these beasts are dead, I can finally talk to you. My name is Henpecked Ho, and before you ask, I'm not one of those monsters. They kept me prisoner so that I could seem normal to the customers. My wife is unique. To say that she is as enduring as the wall itself is to do a disservice to her persistence. I could make similar comparisons between the force of her will and the Imperial Army, but I think you have the picture. The last I saw of her, she was in the Imperial City. I was due back more than a week ago, and if she hasn't torn the place down looking for me, I'll be surprised. That's beside the point for now. I must thank you, as I clearly owe you my life. These cannibals were getting desperate enough to cook even someone as ropey as me. The last thing I needed was to be dragged into the caves below. I heard a lot about the caves from the cannibals. There's something down there they call the Mother, and I think whatever, is what made them what they are. She is some sort of greater demon the cannibals serve. I think she's the reason they're as twisted as they are. From what I overheard, the Mother was trapped in this hill before sagacious Chen forged the Jade Empire, but something has disturbed her. I don't know how or why this Mother of theirs has returned to the world, but if she can do this to men, she must be stopped. That is something I do not know. They would leave the inn and then return. I wasn't in a position to ask for details. She is some sort of greater demon the cannibals serve. I think she's the reason that... From what I overheard, the Mother was... I don't know for sure, only that there are many more of them. From the sounds of it, they've been capturing people and changing them. The ones they don't eat, that is. Is there anything else that I can help you with? Well, they're cannibals. They were once men, but they were corrupted, twisted into flesh-eating abominations. The Keeper, the one who met everyone, including yourself, at the door, had some skill with magic. You might have seen through the illusion in time, but most people never get the chance. They're usually taken, or worse, changed into one of them. They claim that they were changed by a creature called the Mother in the caves below. Apparently she's an ancient demon responsible for twisting these sick creatures. A good idea. Even talking about them makes me queasy. They spoke often about the Mother in the caves nearby. They used this inn as a base and a way to lure people to increase their food stocks and swell their ranks. What they failed to realize is that the forest is polluted with ghosts. No travelers means no food, whether people think this place is normal or not. Maybe they had some plan around that, but I doubt it. They are not forward thinkers, these beasts. How it all ties together, I'm not exactly sure. You killed the cannibals up here, but there's more in the caves below. I don't know how they got in or out, or how they took prisoners down there. I do know that they were terrified of something called the Forest Shadow. I'm willing to bet that would be a good place to start. If you're planning to tackle these beasts, I want to help. In my own way, of course. I'm not much with my fists. Not anymore, anyway. But you'd be surprised what tricks an old Bunmaster might know. Have you ever heard of drunken master style? I was a master, top of my game and well known in Phoenix Gate, one of the great cities in the prosperous East. My skills earned me fame, fortune, and a wife. You weren't listening. Fame, fortune, and a wife. I discovered fairly early on that she had opinions, most of them regarding alcohol and my regular consumption of it. I can still teach you, though. She has never expressly forbidden that. I have a few bottles on me right now if you'd like to learn. Pay attention, I don't like repeating myself. Now, when I am with you, I can throw you bottles of wine. You must pick these up in order to use Drunken Master. The effect wears off quickly, but I will make sure you don't run out of wine, as long as you keep the enemies off of me. Now, watch my technique.
Drunken Master! Legendary strike!
There, you got it. Your job isn't done, though. There are still more cannibals in the hill. I don't know how to get in there, though. The cannibals were dead set against that forest shadow. They didn't want anyone going near the temple. Maybe you could find her and get some answers. Well, it must be safer than this place. Good luck. You'll need it, I'm afraid.
Is there anything you need? I'll do... Be...
Greetings, my friend. Have you had any luck finding the crystal? You have it? Excellent. I should return and report this to Lord Yun. He will want to hear this news. The crystal fits into the central pedestal atop these steps, unlocking the lens arms in the lower furnaces so they can direct light to the remaining furnaces. The other furnaces have colored crystals in them, presumably to alter the light. Lord Yun's father called this the ritual of seasons. A forest, he said, cares about only 2 seasons. The cooler air of winter and the blistering heat of summer are the only things it notices. Winter skies are crisp and blue, while the fields of spring are green. Summer's heat is burning red, while in autumn, yellow leaves are seen. All right. Summer and winter seem to be the key. Black Whirlwind will stay behind to offer whatever help he can. If anyone can control him, it's you.
Hey, I'm not some cheap bottle of wine to be passed around. Damn it, even wine shouldn't be passed, in my opinion.
Lord Yun paid you very well to safeguard his men, and now you're being paid to safeguard his new agent. Surely you don't mean to go back on your word.
My word isn't worth a damn thing. That said, I'm still reeling from actually losing to anyone short of an army. Let me level with you. I don't lose fights, and I damn well didn't expect to lose one in this forest. Then you come along and beat me handily. Nah. So long as I'm fighting and drinking, preferably at the same time, I think I can let that part where you'd pay me slide. My only rules are, don't touch my axes, don't touch my wine, and don't get between me and my enemies. If you can live with that, we'll get along just fine. Well, you and me and little Miss Magenta here, maybe she can distract our foes, flush a little leg.
Would you like to see the damage these legs can inflict firsthand?
Feisty. I like that.
Be safe. If the spirit's willing, I will reach Lord Yun's camp quickly. If you need more supplies or training, that is where I will be.
Let's go find something and make it stay a lot worse. Right. If I'm lucky, something will try to jump me on the way there. Though I bet you've ruined the fun by clearing a path for me already. Maybe I'll take the long way.
realize how much trouble you've caused me? I'll be doing paperwork on that fight of yours well into next week. For so long, it appeared you'd be one of the easy ones. Then that whole bandit attack happened, and I haven't rested since. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I am Zin Bu, the magic abacus. I was assigned to record, tabulate, and itemize the destruction that you cause. No easy task, I might add, especially since you embarked on this wild quest to find your master. Our calculations keep the universe in balance. Without us, chaos, anarchy, utter ruination. Look at your associate, Black Whirlwind. What a nightmare. A whole department can't keep up with his antics. But imagine if they failed to record his various deeds. We would never be able to determine his eventual position on the Great Wheel. You can't just guess at it. You must have records, itemized records in triplicate signed by the Overseer of Carnal Destruction and Disorder herself. Oh, you don't know the half of it. You remember that little engagement with Gao the Lesser? 3,040 pages. I lost 3 assistants on that report alone. Aha! The very reason I'm here, and not back at the Celestial Bureaucracy tabulating your most recent exploits. Apparently my skills are inadequate to keep up with you. I'm being relegated to a much lower role in trade and commerce. My only consolation is that I will no longer have to track your exploits. I'll be lucky if I ever attain the rank I had before you came along, but I have a plan that just might get me there. And you're going to help me. Instead of trying to find you a buyer or supplier wherever you go, I'm going to provide that service directly. I need you to buy from me and sell to me, if you wish. I already have a supplier, a friend of mine from the Untimely Deaths Department, who was also demoted recently. By getting rid of the other suppliers and buyers, I can save time and be more efficient. Perhaps then I can regain some of the honor I lost through this demotion. In any case, I'll be joining with you, in a sense, to offer you items for sale and to purchase anything extra you acquire. It's a fair deal, I believe. You gain the envious ability to buy and sell at your whim, and I can prove my worth in my new role. Perhaps I will even do well enough to get promoted. Simply call upon me as you would any of your followers, and I'll be there. In the meantime, I have much to do. I'm afraid my supplies are a little low at the moment, but fear not, I will acquire new items as quickly as I can. I should go and see what I can dig up for you. Don't worry, I'll be around. Just call on me if you need something. Good day.
The forest had a mournful feeling to it, but there's none of that here. If this is the Forest Shadow's home, she can't be behind the sickness in the trees.
The kawa ir apu ofir wawawir wa honu unka. Utarawe ir kukitir salir naur kurk upan. Sair sunkat nukau pa ir uk. Wa ofna aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui.
Legendary strike. Dire flame.
I must try a different technique. Wanak apir. Wanaruk tatisir si usta. Kop awuka inir. Wo afawapi ithaturo toro uk. The kawa ir apu ofir wawawir wa honu unka. Utarawe ir, kukitir salir naur kurk upan. The kawa ir apu ofir wawawir wa honu unka. Wawawir wa wakir fonir sisa ukopkipo kusu ukut. Wuwuir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipu kusu ukut. Wo ofno aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui. Utarawi ir, kukitir salir naur kurk wupan.
We're no power, sulfur no son could no go napier. He looks the year go awakatia year.
You should ready yourself, mistress. I do not trust them.
Why you're no sati, go see you ni black. Oh, you're roofy ni wo son the riwitik.
A friend who reeks of those beasts at the inn. Do what you wish, mistress, but I will be watching.
Oh, yeah, we're Kaniru. Narawe year, Conor no Kau Yawir. Oh, Kanshi, Rudy Abawafa Sunziro, O Abawafe, here also, here, Sunzi. Narawe year, O Yufu, where Ufsi here, Situ no Kau, Kawir Sunzir, Ogu no Natsuir.
Whenever I was in the forest, I felt uncomfortable. I think she knows the real reason why.
Yeah. Here also here and fierce, Kawona weir.
away, you are onikin, oh, the coir, inside Funya. 1 year nabiakan si funk ni osi, konor no kau kawir. Ona wir no power sufu no son kun no kau nabir, iruk sa year kau awu katia year. Sausa sinoni kun no kwair kau na weir. 1 year nabiakan si funk ni osi, konor no kau kawir. Wono wir irfu iru sunur funir so irfu.
Even here, so weak. The waters cannot bleed forever. Nothing is without end. Not even this world. Not when my power rests in the hands of mortals. Names are fleeting, given so your kind can point and say, that is mine. All words, names, history, dreams, they die on your lips. What remains after that is beyond you, or is meant to be. Not everything can be owned, not without price. You will pay a debt earned by another. I lack the strength to help you. You cannot avoid your fate. When someone steps beyond their station, others must fall to fill the gap. He challenges the order. He pushes above while you are where you should be, where you must be. If you fail in your destiny, your true enemy falls with you. And if he falls, so do we all. You must win. But in doing so, you will lose. It is a painful circle that must be allowed to close. You do not truly have a choice until you confront what comes after. You will be free to act, but there is a cost.
Ukiroke yero kukisier sier sukut. Roawe fait, questo sier angono usat niga vidno. Sausa fuawa yer suminir ituki, niki awe fuir. Lara weir wo yufuku yer ufsier situ no kau, kauer sunsier, wogu no napsuir. Wonawer no payer ufugo sisi unisuku, wawe yer nakwe yer kuki sier suno. Koni ugni ka uno no ka usoyer, akan bautiti sier, koni ugni ka uno no ka u. Kone ognavir wawe yer songut, wa yer ni nakawaye, sinoni nakuno on fear.
That beast should never have woken up.
O kanshir ugni abawa fasun siro, o abawa feir o so yer uno sun si. Nara weir o yufuku yer ufsi yer situ no kau, kauer sun sier, wogu no napsuir. Ukira ni yer nin puno son si no kau kauer. Koni yu kwan yu ni awe yer. O Sauthapuawa year suminir ituki, niki awe fuir. Tonawe year haukalia year, ognin year ahasano. Girufiri kunir ni ogi year washinir. Gersun sihir so year yuru ani osa yera o yawir. Kukiroke year o kukisier sihir sukut. Sauthapuawa year suminir ituki, niki awe fuir. Ukira mi yirnin puno son sinu kautawer. Wona wir no payer fugo sisi kunisuko. Kwawe yer na kwe yer kuki sir sumo. Payer ni na kwaye sinoni takuno hono ipifir. Ia, hier osa hier a fifirsi, ka wona weer. O kanshi rugne apa wa fasun siro, o apa wa feir osa hier unsun si. O ya weer kaniru, narawe hier konort no kau ya weer. Nara weir o yufu yer o sihir si no kau kawers no sihir o no nasuir. O na wir no payer o fugo sisi kunisuko. Kwawe yer na weir kuki sihir sumo. Nara weir o yufu yer o sihir si no kau kawers no sihir o no nasuir. Kau kiawer, Sauthapuawa year suminir ituki. O no wir irfu yeru sunur funir so yer irfu. O na wir no pa yeru fugo sisi kunisuko. Kwawe yer na kwe yer kuki sir sunur. O kanshi rugne apa wa fasun siro, o apa wa feir osa yeru unsun si. Kukiroke yer o kukisier sihir sukut. O na wir no pa yeru fugo sisi kunisukut. Kwawe yer na kwe yer kukisir sunor. Kupir osa yer a fifirsi. Kupira mi yer nin puno son sinu kautawer.
Humans expect all Celestials to be like your flighty foxes, it seems.
O kanshi rugne apa wa fasun siro, o apa wa feir osa yer unsun si.
Woe betide anyone who called me surly back then. The Forest Shadow's brethren have worn away some of my stern nature.
Tonawe yer haukalia yer, ognin yer ahasno. Sauthapuawa yer suminir ituki, niki awe fuir.
It was an honor to become her guardian. She is not like any other fox spirit.
Siso yer ipsuki nani yer wikino. Ukira mi yer nin puno son sinu kautawer. Tonawe yer haukalia yer, ognin yer ahasno.
Is there anything you need? I'll do whatever I can to help. No, I didn't have anything pressing on my mind, although your company is always welcome. We seem so far from anything familiar. Strange enemies, troubling plots. I will be glad when we can leave this place to find Master Li. Be well, my friend.
Legendary strike! Legendary strike!